control of the football. Santos' kick is up and through, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game.
From your opponent, partner, you want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. But right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
Play action. Now Jackson. And this one is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10. It's Rashad Bateman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Here's a 2nd and 5. And Jackson throwing once more. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Flowers.
Foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
A first down carry for Henry. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Jackson to Andrew on that one. First down, Baltimore.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first. That's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
To throw again is Jackson. Crossing route, he finds Likely. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. He drops this one off underneath here for Hill. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Jackson will throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Baltimore, first down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Henry is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Jackson from the shotgun. Now he's going to step up and run. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. This just a 24-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, trailing at the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Now Williams, a final shot before break. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And they're on the losing end of things here. What do they need to do if they're going to turn things around, CD?
Partner, it's awfully close to being a must drive here, I think, for them, because I think a touchdown here in this opening drive is something they absolutely have to have. They only managed 3 points in the first half. They know that's not going to get it done. So without adding pressure to them, they already know the stakes. They need a touchdown here to get things started.
First carry now for Justice Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
Baltimore, first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. He's got a man. It's his fullback. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Now 2nd and 3. They go play action with Jackson. Complete to Likely. Oh, and now some space to operate. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Isaiah Likely, 50 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in this third quarter.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Tyler Loop now for the extra point. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And finishing that drive off was the touchdown grab by Isaiah Likely. After the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up second down.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Play action, now Williams. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A huge play there for Chicago. 43 yards.
43 yards. First down, Chicago.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. That's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching, and there was another first down run right there.
To throw, it's Williams. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by... He's got the lane, and there he goes. this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. On his loop for the extra point. It leads 17-6. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a two-score swing that you just gave up.
Looking to put a drive together. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Throwing is Williams. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, 3rd down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
This offense in desperate need of a converter down. To throw, Williams. He's got this complete to Burden. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to
get stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give him a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Here's Williams. He's got the connection to Moore. And he's going to be taken down.
Offense, because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off. But a nice game there for a first down.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Oh, it is a wide open. It's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Together, a good drive.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To the air, Williams. And he's going to go down. Same thing at the 13-yard line. John Jenkins busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Looking to throw is Williams. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. DeAndre Swift, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears have cut it back within a score. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
The Bears.
Williams going to throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal.
Bears 14.
Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And now here come the Ravens. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he stopped immediately there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That's going deep for Bateman. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 43 yards.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller, because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. From the 31, here's a 2nd and 9. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. The Ravens on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Jackson to throw. There's Flowers. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens. A great effort there. 28 yards. And the Ravens are able to build on to their fourth-quarter lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Luke now for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Onto the field now come the Bears. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing to start the drive. Williams. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield.